My shoulder aches and I am exhausted. I haven't slept in days, but the cold of the river keeps me awake. She no longer looks like the rabid beast of the arena. Her face has a strange calm. I have to know. I turn to her. "What are you?" I ask. "The Emperor has lions, tigers, and bears. But with you, he was obsessed. Why?" She looks at me with those golden eyes and begins to tell me the truth. As she speaks, my mind travels to that cursed palace. It is not a story of animals. It is a story of greed. She tells me of 8 months ago. I see the shadows of the throne room, lit by torches. I see warlocks of the desert, library rats in black hoods, presenting themselves before him. They brought him rotten papers, drawings from 1,000 years ago that showed her race. They told him they weren't old wives' tales, that the golden demons of the South existed. The Emperor saw the scrolls and felt no fear. His eyes shone with envy. He wanted to be the sole owner of the myth. She tells me that he took 500,000 men to the Dead Lands. 500,000 elite soldiers under the scorching sun, just to hunt her. It wasn't a battle, it was a slaughter. She alone against an army. They didn't beat her with swords, they beat her with flesh. She killed 50, 100. The corpses piled up around her. But the Emperor kept sending men to die. They buried her under the weight of the dead. They suffocated her, throwing net after net, sticking her with darts, drowning her in poison until her roars faded. It wasn't a military victory, it was a purchase. He paid for her capture with the blood of his own army. And when she fell, paralyzed and motionless at his feet, he smiled with that coldness of his. He brought her back encadenada in chains. He forced her to be his monster. Silence falls on the river. Suddenly she stands up. Her nose twitches, sniffing the night air. She signals towards the darkness of the horizon. "The merchants," she says, and her voice sounds sharp as a knife. "I smell their trail on the wind. They are going south, to the salt ports." Dawn breaks in the palace. The Emperor watches the horizon from his balcony. Behind him, silence takes shape. The Hound appears, a masked man who does not speak. He only finds. The Emperor turns and hands him the iron I broke in the arena. "Bring them to me alive," he orders. "All 3. I want the girl to watch as I skin her father." The hooded figure lifts the broken link. He brings it close to the nose of his mask. He inhales deeply. The hunter already has our scent. We have a long road ahead. The salt desert does not forgive. The sun is not our ally. It is another enemy. Every step under this fire makes my shoulder wound scream in agony. I walk, dragging my feet, holding my bandage, soaked in sweat. She endures it better. She is stone and muscle. I am only flesh. But we cannot stop. Suddenly she stops dead. She doesn't look. She smells. The wind brings something worse than the heat. We step off the path into the rocks and find it. A bundle of rags and bones. A corpse thrown in the ditch. Someone who was no longer useful. They left him behind like trash. I push aside the dirty cloth on his arm and see the burnt skin. The mark, the black serpent. It's them. My blood freezes under the scorching sun. My daughter is with these butchers. If she stumbles, if she tires, they will do the same to her. They will leave her behind for the vultures to eat. The shoulder pain disappears. I no longer feel the exhaustion. I only feel fear. And fear makes me run. The ground changes. The red earth disappears, and we enter the white hell. The salt desert. There is no water. There is no shade. Only an infinite mirror that burns my eyes and cracks my skin. Every step is walking on broken glass. I start to fail. My wound throbs with the heat, and the salt gets into the cuts like needles. It's hard to breathe this dry air. It scrapes my throat. But she does not stop. Her feet, made for the hunt, barely leave a trace. It is she who sets the pace. It is she who keeps me from collapsing face first onto the ground. Suddenly she stops. She doesn't look forward. She turns sharply. Her ears move, seeking a sound I cannot hear. Her nose twitches. "What is it?" I ask, with a voice broken by thirst. "Something is coming," she says. I look back, towards the empty horizon. At first I see nothing, only the shimmer of heat over the white salt, distorting the world. But then I see it, a black dot, tiny, like an ink stain on a clean sheet. "It's a patrol," I say, trying to fool myself, looking for a lie to calm me. "They are days away. They have to rest." She shakes her head. Her golden eyes narrow with real fear. "It's not a patrol. A patrol stops to drink. A patrol sleeps. That thing hasn't stopped since we left the river. It's moving too fast." Cold runs down my spine under the scorching sun. It is not an army. It is a single man. A hound that doesn't need to sleep. We no longer walk to search. Now, we run to survive. As we run with fear nipping at our heels, my mind flies to her, to my daughter. Merchants are not afraid. They move calmly. They reach the edge of the salt, where the land turns to bone and ash. Wild territory. There are no Roman laws here. I see her through the bars of her cage. She is dirty, exhausted. She looks at the settlement with pure terror. She knows this is not a stopping place. It is a destination. The merchant stops the cart. He drags her to the center of the square, in front of the fire. There waits the buyer. It is not a noble with gold. It is the warlord of the devourers, sitting on his throne of bones. The warlord examines her. He touches her face with fingers stained with black ash. He does not seek beauty, he seeks purity. He pays the merchant with bags of salt. The transaction is done. They drag her away. They separate her from the others. They tie her to the ritual post. The drums of human skin begin to beat. They want her blood for their hungry gods before the moon rises. I snap back to reality, to the white desert. The sun sets, and the salt turns blue with the twilight. The cold is deadly now, chilling me to the bone. But we cannot stop. If we stop, the hound catches us. If we stop, my daughter dies. I look back one last time. In the darkness, miles away, I see something that freezes my blood. A light. It is not fire. It is a pale, sickly light. The hunter has lit his beacon. He is closer, much closer. We won't make it. she says, calculating the distance like a predator. He will catch us before dawn. I look at the terrain, cracks. The salt ground is broken into deep, sharp canyons. Then let's stop running, I say, and start disappearing. We go into the cracks, into the bowels of the salt. It is a sharp and dark labyrinth. If we make a mistake, we die. But it is the only place where the trail is lost. We descend into the darkness while the hunter's light shines, unstoppable, at our backs. The world down here is narrow and sharp. The crack walls shine with the moonlight, full of crystal teeth that tear at clothes. We press ourselves against the wall. Above, right on the edge, I hear the crunch of boots. The hound stops right above our heads. He should smell us. He should feel our fear, rising like steam. But she gives me a quick signal for silence. She puts her hand on the white wall. The salt confuses his magic. Down here we are ghosts. The shadow moves away, searching in another direction. But he doesn't leave. He only patrols. We have to move. The crack is our tunnel. We advance, crawling along the uneven bottom towards the south, towards the glow of fire that stains the sky. Every meter is torture. The crystals cut our knees and hands. The salt enters the wounds like liquid fire, burning the raw flesh. But the pain keeps me awake. The pain reminds me why I bleed. While we crawl in the cold blue silence, my daughter lives in the red noise. I see the village in my mind. The warlord already has his knife raised. The black volcanic stone that drinks life shines with the fire. They have painted her to die. White strokes on her dirty skin. She cries, but no one listens to her. The frantic drums drown out her screams. The warlord raises his arm. The moon is at its highest point. Time is running out. We reach the end of the crack. The terrain opens up. We climb with difficulty and peek our heads from behind a salt rock. The village is there, 300 steps away. But the ground between us and the huts is completely exposed. I look back. In the distance, the silhouette of the hound keeps searching in the darkness. If we run out now, he will see us. If we hide, she dies. There is no choice. I look at the lioness. She looks back at me and nods. She understands. Let him see us, I say. We step out of the darkness. Stealth is over. We run towards the fire, screaming to break the ritual. And at our backs, I feel the hunter's gaze pierce the back of my neck like an arrow. He has seen us. He turns, and with inhuman speed, he starts running after us. We didn't enter like thieves. We entered like the storm. She is the first, a blood-curdling roar and a leap straight into the fire. The savages don't know what hit them. They see claws, they see teeth, they see a goddess of war tearing through their ranks and throwing bodies into the air. I don't look at the warriors. I only see the knife. I only see my daughter. I run through the panic, charging blindly. The warlord tries to bring down the steel. I crash into him. The impact breaks bones. I rip the black stone knife from his hand, and I return it to him. There are no words, only blood on the altar. His, not hers. I cut the ropes and grab my daughter. She is shaking, mute with terror. "Look at me," I scream. "I am here." But there is no time for hugs. The entire village surrounds us. The lioness covers my back, roaring, but we are too few. 100 spears point at our hearts. We are dead. And then, the circle breaks, not because of us, but because of what comes behind. The hound has arrived, and he does not distinguish between prey and obstacle. He draws his chains, black iron whistling in the air. It is a massacre. The savages attack him, thinking he is a man. Mistake. He tears them apart as if they were straw dolls. "The horses!" shouts the lioness. We mount the beasts, and I cut the reins. We gallop into the darkness, leaving behind the hell of screams and fire. I look back once more. The hound is still there, amidst the flames, killing to clear a path towards us. We have bought time, but we have not won the war. We reach a canyon of broken stone, a place to hide, to breathe. The animals collapse beneath us. We do too. I approach her, my daughter. Her face is stained with ash and dried tears. She is trembling. It's over. I lie to her, giving her water. You are safe now. Suddenly, she shrinks back. She screams without a voice, eyes wide. She has seen the lioness approaching. To my daughter, she is not an ally. I go to intervene, but the lioness stops me with a look. She crouches down. She makes herself small. She does not show her teeth. She offers her water with her claws, with the delicacy of a mother. My daughter stops trembling little by little. She looks into those golden eyes and sees that there is no malice. The moment of peace is short-lived. We lost him, I say, wanting to believe it. The fire and the savages must have slowed him down. The lioness jumps up. She looks towards the canyon entrance, her ears swivel. "No," she says. "He doesn't slow down, he adapts." I look towards the desert, and my heart sinks. In the distance, the dust is rising. He isn't running, he is riding. He has taken the dead warlord's war beast. Now, he is faster, stronger. The hound rides a mountain of muscle and armored bone. Our horses are dead tired, and he comes fresh. The hunt is not over. It has barely begun. We enter the shadow, and the world changes. It is not a natural canyon. It is a graveyard. The walls are carved. Immense statues of lions and warriors from 1,000 years ago watch us from the rock. They are broken, beheaded by the empire, but they remain majestic. I stop the horse. The air here is different. It smells of old incense and dried blood. I understand what I am seeing. This was not just a lair of beasts. It was a civilization. The emperor didn't just kill them. He erased their history with a chisel so that no one would remember they were kings. I look at my daughter. She no longer trembles. She looks at the statues, then she looks at the lioness. She sees the resemblance. For the first time, She does not see a circus monster. She sees a queen walking among the ashes of her kingdom. We reach a circular plaza surrounded by fallen columns. She hits the ground with her bare fist. The rock cracks under her force. "No," she says, "we run no more." "That beast is fast on the sand," she explains, pointing to the entrance. "But here the ground is mine." She points to the unstable columns. The stone arches about to fall. She is right. The hound brings chains and brute force. We have the terrain. We lower my daughter. We hide her behind a stone throne, far from reach. If we fail, I tell her, don't look. Close your eyes. She shakes her head. She grabs a sharp stone from the ground. She has stopped being a child. We prepare. We hide the horses. I draw my sword. She sharpens her claws on the rock of her ancestors. The ground shakes again. The hound has entered the necropolis. He has come to hunt rats. He doesn't know he has just walked into the lion's cage. The trap closes. We push the column with all our might. Tons of history fall upon the beast. The animal roars and disappears under a cloud of dust and crushed stone. But the rider is a ghost. He jumps before the impact. He lands on his feet, without a scratch. The black chains spin in his hands, as if they had a life of their own. The lioness attacks from the flank. She is fast, lethal. But the hound is not a savage. He is an expert. The chain strikes her in the air with the precision of a whip. I hear the crunch against the wall, a dry, brutal sound. She falls. Now it's just him and me. Steel against chains. I charge with everything I have left, but it's like hitting a wall. He blocks my sword with his iron bracers. He hits me once, twice. He doesn't fight with rage. He fights with muscle memory. He is a perfect killing machine. I try to dodge, but I am too slow. His chain wraps around my ankle. He pulls. I hear the snap before feeling the pain. My knee bends where it shouldn't. I fall screaming. From the ground, I connect. I see his face. It is not a demon, it is a man. He has a severed tongue and slave runes burned into his forehead. I recognize him. He was the Titan, the arena champion 10 years ago. The man I admired. The Empire didn't kill him. It emptied him. It turned him into this. I am looking at my own future if I surrender. His hand closes over my throat. The air runs out. I see black. Suddenly a stone flies. It hits him right in the eye. It's my daughter. She has come out of her hiding place. She has no strength, but she has aim. The giant blinks. He hesitates for a second. That second is all I need.
It burns.
I drop my sword. I grab his own chain. I pass it around his neck. And I pull. I pull with the strength of a father, not a soldier. I pull until he stops fighting. Until the Titan falls inert on top of me. It's over. The hound is dead. I look at my leg. It is useless, bent at a sick angle. the background, the lioness wakes up, spitting blood. My daughter runs towards me, crying. We have won. But as I try to stand up, I realize the truth. I am not walking out of here. The silence returns to the ruins. The dust settles on the body of the fallen giant. Adrenaline abandons me, and when it goes, it gives way to pain. A white pain that clouds my vision. I look at my leg. It is bent at an obscene angle. Broken. Useless. I know what it means. A horse with a broken leg is put down. A crippled soldier is left behind. The lioness approaches. She brings no comfort. She brings reality. She tears strips from her own clothes and looks for straight wood among the rubble. It's going to hurt, she says. If you scream, make it brief. My daughter stands behind me and holds my shoulders. Her hands are small, but they no longer tremble. She looks me in the eyes from above, giving me the strength that I lack. The crunch of the bone snapping back into place is worse than any torture of the emperor. When I finally open my eyes, the leg is splinted. But I know the truth. I will never run again. I will never be the warrior I was. While I catch my breath, the lioness searches the titan's corpse. She finds a gold tube on his belt. The personal seal of the emperor. I open it. They are not capture orders. It is a sentence of extermination. Erase them from history, says the paper. The emperor sought no justice. He was afraid his pet would escape and the world would know that he bleeds like any man. Will more come? Asks my daughter. Her voice is cold, practical. She has learned fast. I look at the desert. The empire has thousands of men. If they want, they can send another hound, and another. We cannot win an eternal war. Not with my broken leg. They will only come if they believe they can win, I answer. We have to send a message. Not with words, with fear. We rip the broken mask off the corpse. We take his black chains. We do not bury him. Monsters deserve no rest. We prepare a gift for the next patrol that dares to cross the border. We hang the remains of their champion at the entrance. Let them see that their best assassin fell here. Let them see that the desert has teeth. If the emperor wants peace, we will give him silence. But if he wants war, we will give him nightmares. We turn around. Limping, leaning on them, we enter the shadows of the necropolis. We are ready to disappear. Time passes differently in the Forbidden Lands. Here, there is no Roman calendar, only sun and moon. We have gone into the deep, where water springs from the rock and civilization is just a distant memory. I walk, leaning on my spear, watching from the heights. My beard has grown, my skin is old leather. I am no longer a slave. I am no longer a gladiator. I am the guardian of an invisible border. Far from here, in the Golden Palace, the Emperor receives his answer. We didn't send him ahead. We sent him his own fear. A chest of dirty wood arrives at his immaculate throne. His hands, always clean, tremble as he opens it. Inside, there is no gold. There is only broken metal. The mask of his favorite monster split in two. I see how he pales. Real fear appears in his eyes for the first time. I know exactly what he will do. He looks at the map of the South, and he tears it. He orders his scribes to erase the paths. He orders his generals that no one cross that line. There is nothing there, he says with a broken voice. Only death. He thinks he will forget us this way. But deep down, he knows the truth. Every night, when he closes his eyes, he will see the broken mask. He will know that there is something in the desert that he cannot control. He has built a wall of silence, not to lock us in, but to protect himself from us. I turn my gaze back to the fire. My daughter sharpens a spear with skill. She no longer trembles. Her hands are those of a warrior. The lioness rests nearby, watching the wind. I sit on the stone throne of a forgotten king. My leg hurts. It will always hurt, but my spirit is at peace. The empire is great, but the desert is ours. Let them come, if they dare. Here, they will not find prey. Here, they will only find lions.